Jackie Lee, creator of Year Words Book Club, and I'm here again for another weekly book review. The word of the week this week was gratitude, and after some false starts in book choosing, I chose Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. And I'll tell you, I'm so happy that I did. The very first page of this book grabbed me and hooked me and made me love it. And I love it when books do that. I think it's probably in a large part because I am a super fan of Grey's Anatomy. I am a super fan of Private Practice and Scandal. I've seen every episode, and Grey's Anatomy has been part of my life longer than my daughter. Isn't that crazy? And during those really tough beginning years of motherhood, Thursday nights were like my reprieve. They were my time for myself to pull it together and go to Grey's Anatomy and have a moment for myself, even if I still had a screaming kid with me in the bed while I was watching. And knowing how important that show has been to my world over this past decade, it made it all the more important to see where it was coming from the author, from the writer herself. This book is funny, it's poignant, it's hilarious in points. It made me bawl for the last 4 chapters, and it made so much sense. It made me want to be a better me. It made me want to start saying yes more. It's so funny because she's this introverted writer. She doesn't like to leave the house. And I'm like, oh, well, there I am on the page. And she decided to start saying yes to leaving the house, to doing things that scared the crap out of her. And it changed everything for her. And it's really interesting because when she started this year of yes, Grey's Anatomy changed that year. And I'm pretty sure it had something to do with that. She talks a lot about the characters in Grey's Anatomy and where they came from and how she created them and what they meant to her. And she specifically spends quite a bit of time in a chapter talking about when Christina Yang left Grey's Anatomy this season, and that show and that episode. And she quoted my very favorite Grey's Anatomy quote, which is actually one of my very favorite quotes from anything. And it is, I tweeted this the night that it happened. As soon as it happened, I was like, oh my God, that is something really important right there. And I tweeted it out. And it got tons and tons of retweets and everything. But anyway, here it is. Don't let what he wants eclipse what you need. He's very dreamy, she says. This is Christina talking to Meredith. But he is not the sun. You are. And that line, it really hits home. So this book was really emotional for me, and it just was amazing. And, I have friends that have already read it, and I remember them mentioning, oh, you should read this book, but I can't believe they didn't say, you need to go get this book right now and read it, because I probably would have, and I would have experienced it probably a long time ago, and I would have been really happy about that. So this is my call for you to go get this book and read it. You can see the one Post-it note I put on that quote. And this is what I do with my books is when I find things that I want to be able to find quickly and easily, instead of highlighting, I put Post-it notes in it because they're much easier to skim through and find. And I know that if I didn't have a library copy of this book, that it would look just like my copy of Big Magic. I literally am putting this in my top 3 books, along with Big Magic and The Desire Map, which is all the way on the other side of the bookshelf. These are really, really important books, and you really need to go read it. I'm really glad that I picked a bad book this week, and I ended up having to choose something else, and that this one just randomly showed up at the library that day. So I hope your week of reading went well, and I hope you enjoyed the book that you were reading as much as I enjoyed this one. And I don't often give 5 stars for books, but this one absolutely gets a 5-star review from me. I will see you on Monday when we reveal the new recommended book list for the Year Words Book Group. And to tell you the truth, I'm not sure what the word of the week is yet. So stay tuned and we'll find out then. Happy reading!